ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shambheda Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Go Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. We've been requested to talk about Radha Damodar because the month is still going on and apparently nobody's told little bits and pieces of the story. So anyway, the month is still going on. It finishes in a few days. So we can tell some of that story. And also a very special month this month for performing Bharata. Performing Vratas, this is Damodar month, Haribo, Damodar month. It's also known as the Uruja Vrata. Uruja Vrata is an energy, it's one of the energies of Srimati Radharani. And it's another name of Kartik. They often say the Kartik Vrata or the Uruja Vrata, where devotees do different kind of austerities this month. Now many are taking fruits and roots because Bhishma Panchakam has also come within the Damodar month. Some people are doing Havisham whole month. But that's the idea. This is a month of Niyam Seva. Niyam means rule. You're setting some rules for yourself. And you follow that very strictly every day through the month. You have these rules and regulations that you impose on yourself. So it can be all different ones. But the recommended ones, chanting Hare Krishna more times. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada one time in Vrindavan, 1972, it talks about the Kartik Vrata, Rudra Vrata. Can you explain what it means, Srila Prabhupada? He said, yes, you chant Hare Krishna 24 hours a day. And no eating and no sleeping, just chanting Hare Krishna. But anyway, that's the idea. You put some self-imposed vows on, you strictly follow those. So you, like everything is back to back, you have your time for this, your time for, offering lamps is one of the main considerations in this month. Taking bath in the holy river, worshipping the deities, Srimad Bhagavatam, like that. These are on top of recommended, so you can choose your own, but like it should be back to back. You perform this ceremony, then it's time for that one, and then if you finish that, it's time for that one. So you have your schedule, you got your sleeping time and eating time and everything like that. But everything is so regulated back to back, so no time for Maya. So Uruja Vrata, Uruja is one of the energies of the Lord. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, towards the end of his life, when he went more into just doing bhajan, he wrote something called, what was it called? What does English means my 12 imposed austerities for the rest of his life. So he made it 12 points that become his sadhana. Every day that he'll do these 12 vows he made. So this is good. The austerities are good. The penances are good. Although Krishna is not achieved just by penances and austerities, he's pleased by the devotional service. But all these vows are very good for purification, so we can come to the point of surrendering to Krishna completely. So, Uruja Vrata, the Damodar Vrata, Kartik month. So these are the different names. Radharani is one of these potent. Her potency is Uruja Vrata. So it's in Uruja is one of the Shaktis of Radharani. She has so many expansions. Krishna's energy is Parasya Shakti Vibhideva. He has unlimited potencies, energies. So he expands, and they further expand, just like Satyabhama. She's one of the 8 wives of Krishna, one of the chief wives. Actually, Radharani incarnation. And then you have the 16,000 queens that Bhaumashora captured. So they're all different potencies, actually. They're all different Shaktis. So you know how much we can understand. 16,000. That's not all of them. That's just Krishna married all those queens. 16,000. So the Lord has unlimited expansions, and his potencies expand to serve Krishna, to expand Krishna's pleasure, Radha Krishna's pleasure. So because the month is called Damodar, which is the name of Krishna, it's become Radharani's favorite month. So especially if you perform austerities and self-imposed vows and everything, during this month, then they say Radharani becomes very pleased, which is the ultimate goal of the vrata, the whole Chaturmasya vrata. The 4 months can be achieved within the 1 month, and they say also the Bhishma Maka that can achieve the whole month also, and Kartik, the Kartik month. So generally the Gaudiyas, this is why they're doing these imposed vows and all these extra services, is to gain the favor of Srimati Radharani. That's our ultimate goal of the Gaudiyas. Not that we want different siddhis and potencies, and because all these potencies of Krishna are very, very powerful. The tantrics, they also invoke these potencies to get all kind of mystic powers. So the devotees are not motivated for getting some material benefit or anything like that. Their motivation is to please Krishna, to love Krishna. Prabhupada said, you can have 2 prayers. One time he said to Krishna, I just want to serve you. And the other time he said, Krishna, I just want to love you. These are the 2 prayers of the devotees. But simultaneously we do other things. Partially we mix with karma. We want to do different activities. Gyan, a lot of knowledge in the Srimad, a lot of knowledge in the classes. And yoga, some people are interested in. So we take help of these things, the things that are helpful according to time and circumstances. So we can use it, like karma, varnashram, so we can use it. Gyan, knowledge, we can use as tools for removing the ignorance and coming to the point of pure devotional service. So this month is famous for that, because it's Radharani's favorite month. Anybody who serves Lord Damodar in this month, that pleases Radharani. Or they're serving my Lord Damodar. But yes, a lot of appearance. Prabhupada's Dhirabhav also in this time, so we get all different flavors. Gokishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhishma Panchakam. So they're all. This month becomes very, very alive with all these different vows and vratas, and then it finishes on Purnima, Rasa Purnima. Then there's another big festival. Radha Madhava go out on the elephant for the first time of the year, and for the First time after all the rains are finished. Anyway, we'll start by hearing something from the pastime of Krishna and Yashoda. So we're reading from Canto 10, Chapter 9, text number 2. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jani Yaniha Gitani Sadbala Charitani Sha Dadi Nirmantane Kale Smaranti Tanya Agayata Yani Yanita Gitani Tadbala Charitani Cha Dharidirmanta Nikale Smaranti Tani Agatya Yani Yaniha Gitani Tadbala Charitani Cha Dharidirmanta Nikale Smaranti Tani Agayata Yani Anita Gitani Adbala Charitani Cha Dharidirmanta Nikale Smaranti Tani Agataya Yani Aniha Gitani Dari Nirmantane Kale Smaranti Yani Yanta Gitani Advala Charitani Cha Tadi Nimantani Hale Yani Yani Hagitani Advala Charitani Cha Advala Charitani Cha Tadi Nimantani Kale Mataji's. Yani Atani Gitani Yirkale Smaranti Tani Agayata Yani Yani Tagitani Atpala Charitani Cha Tadi Demantani Kale Smaranti Anti Agayata Yani Yani Hagitani Atpala Charitani Cha Smaranti tani agayata. Yani, all such, Yani, such, Iha, in this connection, Gitani, songs, Shat Bala Charitani, in which the activities of our own child were enacted. Cha, and Dodi Nirmantane, while churning the yogurt, Kale, at that time, Smaranti, remembering, Tani, all of them, in the form of songs, Agayata, chanted. Translation, the purport by His Divine Grace, Boy Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued. One day, when Mother Jasoda saw that all the maidservants were engaged in other household affairs, she personally began to churn the yogurt. While churning, she remembered the childish activities of Krishna, and in her own way, she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself about all those activities. Please repeat. Srila Sukadeva Goswami continued. One day, when Mother Jasoda saw that all the maidservants were engaged in other household affairs, she personally began to churn the yogurt. While churning, she remembered the childish activities of Krishna. And in her own way, she composed songs and enjoyed singing to herself all about these activities. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, quoting from the Vaishnava Toshani of Srila Sanatana Goswami, says that the incident of Krishna's breaking the pot of yogurt and being bound by Mother Jasoda took place on the Deepavali day, or Deepamalika. So the day we offer, there's lights everywhere. Deepavali is the Amavasya or the Pratipa. Anyway, the dark moon? Yeah, it's Amavasya. The dark moon, that day when everything gets illuminated with lamps, specifically. That was the actual day when Krishna bound, Jasoda bound Krishna. It took place on the Deepavali day. Even today in India, this festival is generally celebrated very gorgeously in the month of Kartik by fireworks and lights, especially in Bombay. It is to be understood that among all the cows of Nanda Maharaj, several of Mother Jasoda's cows ate only grass so flavorful that the grasses would automatically flavor the milk. Mother Jasoda wanted to collect the milk from these cows to make it into yogurt and then churn it into butter personally. But since she thought that this child was going to the house of all the neighborhood gopis, and steal butter because he didn't like the buttermilk ordinarily prepared. While churning the butter, Mother Jasoda was singing about the childish activities of Krishna. It was formerly accustomed that if one wanted to remember something constantly, he would transform it into poetry or have this done by a professional poet. It appears that Mother Jasoda did not want to forget Krishna's activities at any time. Therefore, she poeticized all of Krishna's childhood activities, such as the killing of Putana, Agashura, Shakatashura, Trinabarta. While churning the butter, she sang all about these activities in poetic form. This should be the practice of the persons eager to remain Krishna conscious 24 hours a day. This incident shows how Krishna conscious mother Jasoda was. How a Krishna conscious mother Jasoda was. To stay in Krishna consciousness, we should follow all such personalities. So here, Prabhupada is pointing out the ideal Krishna consciousness of Mother Jasoda, that she composed her own songs even about Krishna's killing the demons and all of his wonderful activities. And she would chant them while doing her household affairs, that's all. Everyone has to do their work. She's doing her work, but the consciousness behind this, she's singing and remembering Krishna. He's the central point. So this is a wonderful Krishna consciousness that Yashoda Devi is showing here. So, because of Krishna's habit of going and stealing butter and yogurt and things like that, Mother Jasoda, she had these some special cows. They only grazed on this special kind of flavorful herbal grass. Some herbal grass was growing. So she kept these cows who used to just take that herbal grass because it has a nice scent to it. Because she was thinking, why Krishna is always going and stealing from other houses? He doesn't like my yogurt here. So if I get these, if I get this flavorable milk from these cows, then Krishna will like it so much, and then he will stop going out stealing everyone else's, and then nobody will come and complain to me about Krishna's activities. So these are the so she's constantly remembering all of Krishna's activities while she's churning yogurt, churning butter. So not only Jasoda, but all the residents of Vrindavan, they're the same consciousness. They're all engaged in the cowherd village, so they're always churning butter and yogurt. But when they're churning, they're thinking, I hope Krishna will come and steal my curds today. I hope Krishna will come and steal my butter. So they're praying for that, and when Krishna comes in, they make a show of chastisement to Jasoda, and that's their highlight of their day when Krishna comes and steals their butter. So it mentions she was dressed in a saffron yellow sari on that day. I don't know if you noticed on that day, but she did wear, just showed her downstairs. She had this saffron. And so she's churning a milk. Krishna was sleeping in the next room. Then Krishna woke up and he was hungry. And then after sleeping, the babies get hungry. So he come out of his room and he crawled to Mother Jasoda, and then he caught hold of her arm. So she couldn't churn anymore. And she said, "My son is very clever. He wants some attention. He wants you to stop." So he held her arm so she couldn't churn. So then she looked at Krishna's beautiful face, so she couldn't help but put him on her lap and feed her breast milk. But then suddenly she had a milk pot on the stove and it started to boil over. So she put Krishna down and she rushed very quickly to save that milk. There's one pastime about the milk. The milk was they jumped out of the pot because it was going to commit suicide, because Mother Jasoda always feeds Krishna and we never get a chance. Anyways, it may be true. Some devotees were telling me that nobody can find the source of that pastime, so we don't know where it's coming from. So, so anyway, so the acharyas say, why did Yasoda do that? Why did she put Krishna down? He was enjoying. He wasn't satisfied. He was enjoying taking the milk, and he wasn't satisfied. So why would Mother Yasoda, the greatest benefactor, well-wisher of Krishna, put him down, leave him in that state, and go and put the milk straight, which was boiling over? Oh, Nanda Baba has 9 lakhs of cows, more also, but generally the figure is given. He has 900,000 cows, so so the 900,000 cows, there's no shortage of milk in Nanda's house. In Yasoda's house is unlimited quantities of milk coming from all these cows. So why would she put Krishna down and go and save a little bit of milk? She had a few kilos of milk boiling on the stove, and she got 900,000 cows to give it unlimited as much as she wants. So why would she put Krishna down and going to set the pots in order, the boiling of the pots, boiling over of the pots? And the acharyas say sometimes you have to do some things, and some things take preference over another. So they explain it at that time and circumstance, the preference was to set the pot in order, then to see to Krishna. This wasn't the daily thing of boiling. It didn't happen, so it wasn't a regular thing. It wasn't part of the nitya seva. It was naimitika seva. It was an occasional time that it boiled over. So anyway, she put the pot back, and Krishna was very angry, and he started to cry, and he was feigning anger, biting his lips, as if he was angry. And he said, my mother took me away, I wasn't satisfied, so I'll do something naughty. So he went into the storeroom, and there he broke the butter pots and the yoga pots and started eating all the yogurt. And some friends were there, so they were all taking part, and they were all eating the yogurt. Then Krishna, the monkeys were there also. They were feeding monkeys, and the crows were coming in. So this was a daily pastime of Krishna. Every day Krishna would go with his friends, and they would do this. And if anybody complained, they would give the monkeys so much yogurt. Monkeys love yogurt. So he always gave them so much yogurt, and the monkeys were so full they couldn't eat anymore. Krishna has a pet monkey. What's his name? Daddy Loba. Daddy means yogurt. And Loba means greed. He's greedy for yogurt. One of Krishna's pet monkeys. So they would feed, the boys would feed the monkeys until they couldn't eat anymore. They were full up. Then the gopis would come and start chastising them. Why have you taken our butter? Why did you feed the monkeys? They said, what do you want to take your butter and yogurt for? Useless. Even the monkeys won't eat it. Look, you see? We're offering to them. They don't eat it. It's not good. Why we want to steal that? So then when Yasoda came back, she saw the broken pot and the yogurt, and she concluded, this is the work of Krishna. Where is he? He's not here. He must be frightened. So she followed where Krishna was eating all the butter and everything. When he left butter footprints. So she led a trail to where Krishna was. So she was seeing where all the butter footprints were. And then she saw Krishna, he was sitting on the mortar, the upturned mortar, eating and giving to the monkeys and the friends, but looking here and there. He was very, very scared in case Jasoda became. So she crept up from behind. She tried to come from behind to catch Krishna, but suddenly he saw her and he ran like anything. He was only small, but he could run very fast. And Jasoda was quite big. It explains she had thin waist, broad hips, and so she wasn't as quick and nimble as Krishna. So she started chasing Krishna, who was running away in fear because she had a stick also. And so here, the yogis, it says, the yogis, they're trying to run after Krishna. It takes millions and millions of births for jnanis and yogis to bahunam jamnanti. Thousands and thousands of births of being a jnani. You're looking for Krishna. You're going to Krishna, running, you can't catch him. Mystic yogis, all their meditation but they cannot catch Krishna. So how Jasoda can catch Krishna? So ultimately, Krishna decides, okay, my mom's sweating and everything, she's laboring hard, I'll let her catch me. So then Jasoda caught Krishna, but he was very scared, especially the stick. Mother Jasoda never hit Krishna with the stick, but she wanted to make a show just to scare him a little bit, that he shouldn't, to make it known that he shouldn't break all the pots and steal the butter. But he was very scared. He was looking at that stick, and he was apologizing. Jasoda Mati, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Don't beat me with that stick. If you don't want to be beaten, why did you steal all the butter? And no, please forgive me. I won't do it anymore. I promise. But please don't hit me with that stick. So he was very conscious of holding that stick, and he says he was shaking so much that he had a pearl necklace. Krishna almost always wears a pearl necklace, so he had the pearl necklace, and it was actually rattling, and because of Krishna's trembling and shaking out of fear. The pearl necklace was ching 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 ching, and he was rubbing his eyes with his back of his left hand. Oh, Mummy, don't go. And all the mascara was running around his eyes and running down his face with his tears. This is the prayer of in Queen Kunti, in the teachings of Queen Kunti. Then here is Krishna that fear personified is frightened of Krishna, but here Krishna himself is frightened of his mother's stick. So everyone is ultimately fearful of the supreme power of Godhead, but here Jasoda Devi, here Krishna was afraid of his mother Jasoda. So when Mother Jasoda was chastising him, she addressed him as friend of the monkeys. Oh, friend of the monkeys. Why you are taking butter and giving to the monkeys? You must be a friend of the monkeys. And Krishna said, no, I'm not. Krishna said, no, your father is a monkey. Krishna said, Krishna, why you? Because Krishna said, next time I climb up a tree, you won't be able to find me. You won't be able to get me. So Jasoda said, why are you climbing a tree? You're not monkey. No, I'm not monkey. Your father is monkey. So Jasoda was thinking, my boy is so restless, he could do anything in this condition. He could run here and there. And he was only a little toddler, But Mother Jasoda was always conscious, constantly conscious of Krishna. He's always in sight. So, because sometimes the tigers come, or wild cats and things like that, and they take away small babies. Or sometimes the big eagles flying around. They also come and sometimes take small babies. So she was always conscious, whatever she was doing for Krishna's welfare, looking here, looking there. Big bulls wandering around in the farmyard, and they're kind of clumsy, and they could kick Krishna. They may not see Krishna crawling around. So this Jasoda was constantly in anxiety about Krishna's safety and Krishna's, that nothing should happen to Krishna. So she was the best well-wisher of Krishna's safety and protection as a mother. So she thought, well, Krishna, he may run off and go in the jungles or something like that. Anything can happen now. He's in this state. He's scared. He may just run off. So she said, maybe I should tie him up. Then he won't be able to run away. Then I can keep my eye on him, and he won't get him into more trouble. So then Jasoda, she began to tie Krishna up with different ropes. But Krishna was saying, how can Mother Jasoda do that? How can she tie me up? That means I'll be stuck whole day tied up. I can't perform my daily sadhana. My daily sadhana is with my friends. We break the butter pots, we steal the yogurt. That's our sadhana. If she ties us up, we won't be able to do our sadhana. How she can do that? So I'm not going to be bound by her. So to tied him up, tried to tie him, but the rope was too short by 2 fingers. So again and again she got more ropes to tie Krishna up. She couldn't do it. She's from a farmyard, or a cowherd farmyard. There's lots of ropes there. They have lots and lots of ropes. When they milk in, they had to tie the cow's legs, and moving the cows, they'd pull with a rope. So she gathered all the ropes she had, but still it was too short by 2 fingers. Then her neighbors were coming, and everyone was having a laugh at this incident. How was it happening? It was a wonderful thing that she couldn't tie Krishna. So Krishna eventually allowed himself to be bound. Sometimes he comes in and out of this Aishwarya mood and the Vatsala mood, but mostly the Vatsala, but occasionally, to suit his plan, he gets into some Aishwarya. Because actually he was scared. He was really scared. He wasn't making a show of being scared in front of Mother Jasoda. He was actually shivering, and he was scared. He was actually, my mum is going to beat me. He was really scared. It wasn't a show, but whatever Krishna does, he does in perfection. So he plays the part of a small boy. He does in perfection. He plays the part of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He plays in perfection. Whatever he does in perfection. So playing as his child, he's playing in perfection. And he was actually scared of his mother. So then Krishna decided, okay, so his Vaishvara mood came out a little bit. She thinks she can tie me. So, okay, and she's sweating and laboring. Okay, so I'll allow it to happen. So then Jasoda could tie Krishna up with the ropes. These 2 fingers, what do they represent? Yes. The endeavor, you have to endeavor to serve Krishna, to please Krishna. But the finishing touch, as Prabhupada says, the finishing touch is mercy, a little bit drop of mercy. That's the finishing touch. We perform our devotional activities however much we can throughout the day, or these different activities, Prabhupada said, and we think that, by doing this, then Krishna can be captured, we can understand Krishna, but no, you can't understand Krishna by knowledge or any devotional practices. You can only catch Krishna when Krishna desires to reveal himself. He reserves the right to reveal himself or not to reveal himself. Only when Krishna decides to reveal, then you can know Krishna by his sweet will. But of course he does reveal himself to devotees where there is bhakti. So we do bhakti, we do our bhakti. So the endeavor has to come from us. If we don't do anything, we won't get any mercy. But if we do it, even though these activities are not going to conquer Krishna, Krishna allows himself because of the endeavor and the devotional sentiment behind our activities. Then Krishna becomes pleased with that to reveal himself or allow himself to be bound. So Shri Krishna allows himself to be tied up. At this pastime, we call Radha Damodar, the month of, or Radha Damodar, Damodar Stakam. So mostly, generally, it's understood to be in the mood of Vatsala. It's all baby Krishna and Mother Jasoda in their intimate pastime. But we're calling Radha Damodar. So where is the Radha is Madhurya Rasa. So Satyavrata Muni, who composed that song we chant every evening, Radha Damodar, Astakam, Damodar Astakam, Satyavrata Muni, I think he composed that. But right at the end, he just mentioned Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. He just slipped it in there to show it was there, the greatness. But he presented it as a Vatsala Rasa thing. So, there was another story. This story is bona fide. You won't find it many places, but it's a bona fide story apparently. That's coming from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he revealed to one of his disciples, Bhagavat Maharaj, who used to live in Hulagat. If you go to Hulagat, the Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math is there. And the head of that Math is named Tatpa Maharaj. Maybe some of you know him. Anyway, his guru, Bhagavat Maharaj, used to live there. He heard from his spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So he was telling the story of how when Krishna was bound, all the neighbors were coming, they got all the ropes, everything was finished, and still they couldn't tie Krishna. Then at that time, a small little girl came, Srimati Radharani. She had heard all the commotion and everything, so what's up? And they explained to her that, we're trying to tie Krishna, Jasoda's trying to tie Krishna, she can't do it. She's used all the ropes. And Radharani said, well, I've got a little rope. They have a black string, little girls, they tie their hair up with a black string when they're young. So she pulled off this string that ties up Radharani. Said, you can try. So Jasoda tied that, and then she tied him up with that to show ultimately that Srimati Radharani can conquer Krishna. Well, so then Krishna was tied up to the grinding mortar. He pulled the pastime of pulling the trees down, Jamala, Arjuna trees, and crashing down. Everyone come running out. What's happening? Krishna was just crawling there amongst all the branches and everything, and everyone was kind of shocked. And Nanda Maharaj came, what's happening? What's all the commotion? And then he saw that Krishna amongst all the branches. He could have been killed. You stupid woman, he started to criticize Yasoda. Why did you tie him up like that? Why did you? Anything could happen. You could have killed the boy. Come, Krishna. Krishna went with his father. And the gopis were crying, asking, Krishna, Krishna, come here, come here, come here. Sit on my lap. And Krishna said, no, I'm not going to you. You didn't help me in any way. Yasoda, Rohini was there. Come on, Krishna, come on, come sit on my lap. No, you were there also. You didn't say anything. I'm not going to come to you. And Yasoda said, Krishna, Krishna, come here. And he said, Mother, I'm never going to sit on your lap again. And Mother Yasoda fainted on the floor. So then the gopis said, Krishna, look, your mummy, look, Yasoda Devi. She's going to die if you don't go to look. She's unconscious, she'll die. Oh, my mummy's going to die. No, no. Krishna running up and embraced Yasoda. And then she woke up and... yeah, so I had this wonderful pastime. Radha Damodar Ju Ki Jai. Right. So, any question? So Bhishmatila, you can do tarpon. They offer tarpon to Bhishmadev. When you do that, if you're doing this panchakam, it may be better to see different ways of doing tarpon. You can do it towards the northeast, for if you're doing for your spiritual family, etc. For a deceased person, ordinary person, you do from the southern side. But if the personality is there, you can do it where you're facing him. So when you're in the Ganga, you take your bath there and do it. You should face the Ganga actually when you offer prayers to Ganga. The way she is coming, you should, to respect the personality of the river, here we have Ganga Devi, so you should face her, so she's coming towards you when you're doing your Gayatris and Tarpan. And so you can also face upstream when you're doing Tarpan to Bhishmadev, because Bhishmadev, he's still there. In Janudweep, the other side of the Ganga, Janudweep is there. Janumuni, he considered the father of Ganga because he swallowed all the Ganga when she was coming from the heavenly planets, ferociously rushing down with all her aquatics and fish, and she was so, Ganga was so, what's the word, frivolous. The water's coming down, going everywhere. And Janumuni, he was sitting there doing his meditation. She knocked his Archman cup away. So he said, who's disturbing my meditation? He swallowed the whole of Ganga in one sip. And then he released later on through his thigh. So that Janu means thigh. Some people say knees or thigh. But anyway, because he appeared, Ganga appeared again from Janamu, he's considered like her father. And Bhishmadev is the son of Ganga Devi also. So Janamuni was like his uncle. So Janamuni has his place there, Janamuni Ashram, and near to that is Bhishmatila, where Bhishmadev, this is described in the Navadip Bhavataranga, that when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was doing his prikram with Jiva, not Jiva, this is Bhavataranga, Navadip Bhavataranga, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was making a pilgrimage to all the prikram sites, or the 9 islands. And everything is being revealed to him. The internal manifestations of the Dharma are revealed to him. So he has a place there, Bhishmatila, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he sees Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur meets him there. He has 12 tilaks, blackish body like Krishna's, the Krishna's roop. He has a blackish body, Kuntimala, Chandan, chanting Hare Krishna. As a Gauranga Bhakta, he stays there eternally in the Nitya Leela. So Bhishmadev gives him very good instruction. One of those instructions was that he explains how this is the Dham, it's the transcendental realm. There's no question of the modes of material nature here. This is the Achinta Shakti of Krishna, the Dharma has descended, and everything here is transcendental. There are thousands of Gauranga Bhaktas here, all dancing madly in Gaur Prem. But as long as your intelligence still sticks to material identity, the Dharma will not be revealed to you as it is. As long as your intelligence still sticks to material identity, the Dharma will not be revealed as it is. But by the association of devotees and cultivating the attitude of Trinada Pishunichi, Tororo Pishushishna, Amanya, Madaniya Kitaniya Sarari, then you can also come to your right identity. You can understand that your situation as the eternal, identify yourself as the eternal servant of Krishna. Then the Yoga Maya will, Prabhu Maya can lift the curtain of yoga. Then you will actually see the splendor of Navadvip Dham. Anyway, nice instruction, one of his instructions. But Bhishmadev, he told Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he said, when I was at Kurukshetra and on the laying on the bed of arrows and waiting for Krishna, you know, you often see a picture of Bhishmadev with laying on arrows, there's all arrows through his body. Prabhupada is not exactly like that. Because who would like to see a Vaishnava like that full of arrows? So what it is the Kshatriyas, they take the arrow, after fighting, they take the arrows. They make a Kshatriya bed, deathbed. They fire all the arrows in the ground with the feathers, all the feathers are looking up. They make a feathered bed, the origin of the feather bed. The feathers on the arrows are there. And they lay the Kshatriya on that. That's a Kshatriya's. He's a glorious bed for a Kshatriya. So he was laying there. Some places, even the Mahabharata says, he was waiting for the sun to change course, because if you leave your body in the light fortnight, the light month, the light 6 months, and you get a good destination. So Mahabharata say he was waiting for that auspicious time of the consolation, but the Vaishnavas say no, he was waiting for Krishna. He had a boon, he could leave his body at will. So he was waiting for Krishna to come. And Krishna eventually came and also gave him instruction, which he gave to Yudhisthira later to console him after he killed 640 million people at the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So many of those instructions that Bhishmadev showed him. Then he said that when I was laying there waiting for Krishna came to see me, he said something very secretive to me, confidential. He said that when you were a young man, you came to Navadvip, which is a very special abode of mine in Kali Yuga. You came here to see your uncle, Janu Muni. You came to visit simply because you came here to this sacred place of Navadvip. That's all. He came to visit his uncle because you came here to this sacred place of Navadvip. When you leave your body, you're going to get the body to go to the planet Aparthasarati, where your Ishtadeva, your Lord, is as a Kshatriya, with the Kshatriya spirit. One form you will go to that planet. Prabhupada said there's a planet called Parthasarati, where those with the Kshatriya spirit. And in another form, you'll stay in Navadvip as a Gauranga Bhakta. So here he has two forms. So he said, I'm staying here in this other form as Gauranga. So this is the benefit of worshipping Gauranga. You get a place in Krishna's Leela and Mahaprabhu's Leela. So anyway, you can do your tarpan, you can face up towards the Ganga. Janadweep is just by where the Ganga bends and then it comes forward. But anyway, you can face that direction. You can offer your tarpan to Janu Muni. Okay, I'll finish with the story of Prabhupada, because his Tirabhaptiti was this month also. Anyway, this was Prabhupada's disappearance time, and the Kaviraj, he told Bhakti True Maharaj in Bengali that he asked him, how much water did he take today? He was taking a little bit of water, a little bit of something. And he said, no, he didn't take anything. He hasn't taken anything today. And the Kaviraj said, oh, he said, so most probably he'll leave his body this evening. About that time, about 7:30, when the Amrit Joga is coming. He said most probably at that time, he's going to leave. So, but Bhakti True Maharaj could understand. No one else could understand because they didn't understand Bengali. So Bhakti True Maharaj was, how can I reveal this to everyone? I got to be the person to reveal it. Prabhupada's going to leave at the end of the day. So, then it became a reality. No, Prabhupada is going to leave. We couldn't accept it that Prabhupada would ever leave. And they're kind of faced with a reality that the doctor said he's going to leave. It's just a matter of hours now. So, Bhavananda and Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Bhakti True Maharaj, who were very closely serving Prabhupada at that time, they were in another room discussing, it's inevitable, it's going to happen. What is the next plan of action? We never even bothered to think about it. We didn't dare to. We didn't like to think about it. That Prabhupada would ever leave. But now, what's going to happen? What's the next preparation? So they were discussing this in the next room, and then all of a sudden, the intensity of the atmosphere there, in the middle of the discussion, they suddenly jumped up and rushed into the next room where Prabhupada was, and he had just left that moment, just a moment before. And then a couple of weeks later, one Mataji, Vishalini Mataji, she married to Prabhupada and she went to America afterwards. She was American. She had a dream a few days after, a week or something like that. She had a dream, and she saw Prabhupada in her dream. And she said, oh, Prabhupada, where are you staying now? I said, oh, Goloka. So, why did you leave like that? And Prabhupada said, well, that Bhavananda and Bhakti True and Tamal Krishna Maharaj, they are gentlemen. I did not like to leave in their presence. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Kartik Vrata ki jai, Damodar Vrata ki jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.